Good morning, good morning. So, a little update from this past week because, I had said that I was going to try and post almost daily. Well, shit kind of hit the fan last week. So last Wednesday, I've been transitioning from into a pain-free life with my CBD and my THC, and I've been trying to get myself off of something called Kratom, which it's not always the favorite thing, and it's kind of like the new unregulated thing for pain relief, but I was desperate, so I've been on that for a while, and so I'm taking myself off of it slowly and slowly getting onto my medicinal marijuana. So last week I hadn't taken any of my medications, and I got up at this was early Wednesday morning. I got up at about 3 o'clock. I just felt off. I didn't feel right. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a fever or anything like that, but I had a bad tummy ache. So I got up and went and took some Tums, ate them, and then went back to sleep and didn't really think anything of it. But I didn't sleep very well. I kept tossing and turning. I just couldn't get comfortable. And then I woke up. My daughter came in at 5:43 because that's when I looked at the clock to say that she had a bad dream. Told her she had to go back to bed, but then I was up. I just felt weird. I couldn't get comfortable. I kept shifting, but I was tired. But it was bizarre. Didn't really feel nauseous yet, but a little bit. Went downstairs, kept all the lights off. And I took maybe there's only so much Kratom pills that I take as part of a dose. So I basically took a tenth of that, just so that I can continue the weaning off of it. And I only took 5 pills. And then 30 minutes later, I just got sick. I threw everything up, bile, you name it, it was in there. And then afterwards, I felt a little bit better. That was around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Went upstairs, went back to bed. And then by 7:30, I started getting severe stomach cramps. So they were basically happening right under my rib cage and shooting through my back. And I had horrible back pain. Just the entire back half of me was I was in fetal position for 24 hours. And it got to the point where I was like, shit, I need to go to the ER. I couldn't even get down the stairs. It wasn't necessarily nausea, a little bit, but it was severe stomach attack. Didn't want to eat anything, didn't want to drink anything. And so Brent had to call the ambulance. And so they picked me up. I didn't see anybody's face. Again, I was in fetal position the entire time. Went to the hospital. Spent about almost 10 hours at the hospital. Checked me out, got a CT scan, got an ultrasound, and, on top of everything else, I was also sore from a previous workout, which if you're a fitness person, you know the difference between pain and fitness soreness. And this was not, it just was an extra layer of suck that just went on it. So we got everything checked out. They didn't find anything wrong with me, of course. And so for the next 2 days, I lost 2 days of just literally sitting on my ass. I hated it because I'm not an active person, but I just don't like to sit still for long periods of time. I also don't want to feel like I'm useless, I guess. All moms usually feel like that because, you take a day for yourself and you feel like you're such the shit that, you have to go out and clean everybody's house just to feel like you're worth a pot to piss in. I was also planning on baking a lot of my Christmas gifts those 2 days, so didn't get to do that. So I wound up working out on Friday just for a little bit. That was the first time I was able to actually eat, and I was able to get some Zofran and some basically power Tums that I would take every morning. It seems to be working, but I just don't know what I'm going to do after my medication runs out. But Zofran is a lifesaver. Oh my God. Immediately I was like, oh my God. Oh, my stomach doesn't feel nauseous anymore. So I'm going to the GI doctor. So of course that's why I didn't post anything last week. So this past, it was the Sunday before Christmas, and we had our Christmas party, and I started telling everybody about, my new medical marijuana, and I wasn't really sure. I was kind of on the fence about telling people. I was like, well, I've already posted online, like what the hell? I mean, but I wasn't prepared for the nervousness of being judged, because I don't want my friends saying, well, if she high right now while she's taking care of our kids, or like, is she high around kids? Is she taking them in front of kids? Number one, no, I do not take it around children. Number two, I don't want to feel like that around kids, because then I don't feel like I have full control of myself. I take it when I need it and not just because. Although they do want me to get it built up into my system, I still have to be really careful because I want to be able to function. I need to be able to still work, and but on the flip side of that, I have to take enough of it where it levels out in my system and I won't always feel like that. So when I am in pain, I can take my liquid form instead. So it is a bit of an adjustment period, and I knew that going into it, but I am scared about what people are going to think of me. I'm scared about how people are going to react if I do decide to tell them. Even as a business owner, is this going to affect my business? Is this going to affect, how clients look at me? Are they going to look at me like, oh, she's a drug addict? But I'm not. This is a prescription from my doctor, and I'm taking it how I'm directed. By law, I still have to take it as directed, because, if I don't, I'm technically breaking the law. So I almost feel like I have to defend myself even more now. And even though I've been personally validated, I still have to revalidate myself to everyone else, because I don't want to be viewed as someone that, as a pothead in a negative light. Because these friends are more like family. They're extended family. Like, there's a few of them that if something was to happen to Brent and I, then I would say, would you please raise my child as if they were your own? So of course I do really care about what they think and what their opinion is. So it does make me nervous that they will think of me differently now that I am, taking medicinal marijuana, but it's working. So my HRV is up, my sleep is getting better, I'm not in as much pain, my workouts are getting better. I'm starting to get a little bit more motivated to work out. Beforehand, I didn't want to do anything, and I was really stuck. I was really stuck on, what my next steps were in my new path of fitness and what I want to do. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're sitting right now. And now that Christmas is over, it's almost like you put down a 50-pound weight. You get so excited about Christmas, and now that it's over, you're kind of relieved, and you can feel like the pressure's off. So hopefully I'll be able to start, taking more videos and video vlogs and, saying how pot is affecting me. And if you guys have questions, I'm no one special. I'm not like a big, huge, I don't want to be a huge, big YouTuber, but again, if I can help other moms to just feel normal, then I'm okay with that. So if you have questions about, why I started or how my experience is going, if you're a mom and, you're in chronic pain, just leave a comment and subscribe. I might as well ask because everybody else does. But I'll talk to you guys later, and